Hello friends, today we are going to discuss that how you can pull the final accounts from Tally, which are namely the balance sheet and P&L. First of all, let's understand that what is the purpose and what is the scope of this, that why it is important to pull the final accounts from Tally. The final accounts basically represent the financial health of the company or entity. It is very important to pull this information for various purposes, including for filing. The final accounts are also required when we apply for loans or when we are seeking investments. For various automated reportings as well, it is very important to pull the final accounts. It is also a real time data of our progress till date, how much uh, sale we have done, what is our financial status, etc., is all depicted in the final accounts. The final accounts may comprise other reports as well, but we are talking about the two main reports today which are applicable in all the entities and companies. The name of these two main final accounts reports are balance sheet and P&L. What all do we need to have with us before we start this? First of all, make sure that you have the license tally system installed in your system. You have to open the latest tally version with you, and also most importantly you should have the path of the tally data of the company of which you want to use. Step 1 is to open the latest tally version you have. Step 2 is to open the tally data of the company you have to. Now let's start with the balance sheet option first. On the right side display in gateway of tally, you would see the standard report called balance sheet. When you go there and you press it, you will be able to view the balance sheet for the period. One thing you should keep in mind, that the selection of the period is very important here. From which date to which date, or for which financial year you want to view this. Make sure that you make the changes in the selection of period so that you pull the right information. Once you click on the balance sheet, you will be able to see the balance sheet in the T format. On one side there will be assets, on the other side there will be liabilities. If required, press Alt plus F2 to change the financial year. Also, the display of balance sheet may have grouped figures. To ungroup those figures, you should go into the right grouping and enter Alt plus F1. This will ungroup the basis of all the ledgers which are grouped under that group. Sometimes it becomes important to have the right view where the number of ledgers are grouped under some main ledger, and you are able to see only the main ledger, and you are not able to see the bifurcation of that main ledger. So to understand the balance sheet completely, wherever the grouping is there and you want to further drill it, enter, click on that grouping and use the command of Alt plus F1. This will help you to ungroup the information. Now, since we have ungrouped the groupings in the balance sheet and we are satisfied with the level of information, we should export this with the help of the command of Control plus E, and we may make appropriate selection of the name of the file and the path where we want to get this file saved. Once we are done with the export of the balance sheet, we should move on to pull the P&L for the same period. Let's come back to the display option once again. On the right side, there is an option under the reports, which is the second option of profit and loss. We click on that and we are able to see the profit and loss. Once again, it is important to make sure that you have selected the right period for which you want to see the profit and loss account, and you ungroup all the groupings in the P&L. And once you are able to make sure that you have selected the right period by using the command of Alt plus F1 to ungroup the ledgers, or if required to change the financial year by using the command of Alt plus F2, you will have the complete view of P&L. And again, it is the time to export this information in the desired format. Make sure that you press Ctrl plus E, which is a standard command to export any report. You make appropriate selections in terms of name of the file and also the path where you want to get this file. The Tally will export the data in the format which you have chosen. We suggest to always export the data in Excel format first, so that you can use that information for various purposes. I hope this information to pull the final accounts of balance sheet and P&L was relevant for you and will be useful. Thank you so much.